Here I am down the beach again. Look at this. There's actually good waves today. Got myself a cold brew. Anyway, I was thinking today we could just have a little chat about patience, because patience is one of the, it's kind of like the strength of the creative. Creatives, you know, like we've got, and so many people around us, like giving input. You should do this, you should do that. And everyone thinks that what we do is, how do you say it, like easy, like a 5-minute job, and that we should just do things for people, creative things, for exposure, no money, all that crap, you know? Anyway, the reason why patience is something I want to speak on, and I feel like it's really important, is because I'm actually going to take you on a bit of a journey at the moment. Start making some videos about an upcoming mural that I've got. It's actually 2 murals, and I'm pretty psyched about it. And maybe I should go into some more details about that later. But I was just going to say, in regards to, let's talk about it actually. Okay, so I was talking with someone recently, and I'd locked in these 2 murals. And in regards to it paying quite well and helps me support my family and helps me stay in business, it's something I would have done for free like 5 years ago. And now I'm like, kind of like, been there, done that, and I don't feel as psyched when I come to paint a mural, because it's not fresh and not new, and fresh and new things are nice, especially for creators. We like when things are new, brand new, and we like to start, we don't like to finish, if you know what I mean. But I was talking with someone, and I was chatting with them in a cafe, and I said to him, oh bro, I'm in Australia, I've got to go to New Zealand and paint 2 murals. You could hear it in his voice, he said, you've got to? Like, as in, that's flipping awesome. And why do you have to do it? Like, don't you want to do it? Like, that was kind of the mood. And man, I just felt like, I could feel like I was just like really kicking myself inside. Like, what the heck? You know, like my perspective has been all wrong in regards to not just this job, but just like jobs in general, you know? Especially if you put your balls on the line, you try, you know, you basically stick your neck out, and you have some success, but not all of the success. And I feel like patience is really important, because it's something I need to remember, is I need to keep having patience with what I'm doing. And this mural job, I quoted on it 3 years ago. Sent through costings, nothing came of it. The next year I quoted on it, nothing came of it. And then last year I quoted on it, and nothing came of it. So I've had this kind of like back and forth relationship. Every year around April I quote on doing this mural work. Anyway, this year I totally forgotten about it. I moved from New Zealand to Australia in January this year, and they emailed me and they said, hey, do you want to quote on this? And I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. And sure enough, they're like, okay, cool, pricing's good, let's do it. So it took 4 years of costing that every year, keeping up the relationship, and finally I'm painting a couple of murals for them. Pretty psyched actually. So at the moment I'm researching all the paint, and I reckon as creators we just need to remember that what we do is a lifelong craft. What we do takes time, you know, like we like to do the most tedious thing possible. And if we can look at how we treat our craft, with waiting for paint to dry, painting slow, painting over what we painted, you know, everything we do is creation and making and pulling something out of thin air. It's not scripted. We're inventors, you know, everything we do is the most slowest, tedious process, you know. So I think we just need to remember that we should treat our careers like that as well. I spent so much of my career looking at others. I mean, I say so much of my career, my entire 15 plus career as a creative, looking at every other artist and wondering why they're doing so much better than me. And I battle that like constantly. So yeah. Patience. Anyway, it's quite nice sitting on the beach here today. Check this. How good is that? Man, I feel like I can have patience sitting on the beach here. It's no problem at all. Coming back to that. Okay, so the one thing we've got to do is, while we're having patience, to sustain patience is to have passion. As soon as you lose your passion for what you do, you'll stop having patience. You get impatient, you get frustrated, you'll start to say things like, why do people not book me anymore? Why does this person have a similar style but they booked another person to do the work? I think as creatives we have this, we want everything now, but let's be honest, if we had everything now, we'd probably, and most likely, and most definitely just burn out, I don't think we're supposed to be given everything straight away. And I heard this really great quote by an artist named Jessica Hish, and she said, because she had great success young and in her 20s, and she said now she's in her 40s that it's much easier to spend your life or your career climbing the mountain than it is spending your life or your career balancing on top of the mountain. So the goal is try not get there too quick. I have a goal, and I've actually thought a lot about what it would be like to be old and retired. And I have this goal that when I retire, to never stop working, to never stop making, never stop producing, but to always be making something and creating something and producing something and selling that at a market, and so I can be out there selling my product, talking to people, making friends, and oh my gosh, just watch this guy catch a huge wave. He's gone. It's actually huge out there. I can't believe he paddled out there on his own. You could so easily get eaten by a shark out there, no crap. Bit of a morbid thing to say, isn't it? But yeah. So anyway, that's my little piece for you today. Patience. All right, have a good one.